Good morning, everyone. Namaste. I am going to continue reading out of My Power Now by Eckhart Tolle. And Eckhart Tolle is on this app, so I'll tag him in it and you can follow him. I'd highly recommend it. I believe Eckhart Tolle has ascended to Christ consciousness amongst many other people on the planet, become one with this higher self. And we're still reading on chapter 1, You Are Not Your Mind, the greatest obstacle to enlightenment. It says, when you listen to a thought, you are aware of not only the thought, but also yourself as the witness of the thought. A new dimension of consciousness has come in. As you listen to your thought, you feel a conscious presence, your deeper self behind or underneath the thought, as it were. The thought then loses its power over you and quickly subsides because you are no longer energizing the mind through identification with it. This is the beginning of the end of involuntary compulsive thinking. When the thought subsides, you experience a discontinuity of the mental stream, a gap of no mind. At first, the gaps will be short, a few seconds perhaps, but gradually they will become longer. When these gaps occur, you feel a certain stillness and peace within yourself. This is the beginning of your natural state of felt oneness with being, one with God, which is usually obscured by the mind. With this practice, the sense of stillness and peace will deepen. In fact, there is no end to the depth. You will also feel a subtle emanation of joy arising from the deep within, the joy of being. It is not a trance-like state, not at all. There is no loss of consciousness here. The opposite is the case. If the price of peace were lowering of your consciousness, the price of stillness is a lack of vitality and alertness, then they would not be worth having. In this state of interconnectedness, you are much more alert and much more awake in the mind-identified state. You are fully present. It also raises the vibrational frequency of the earth energy field that gives life to the physical body. As you go more deeply into the realm of no mind, as it is sometimes called in the East, you realize that the state of pure consciousness. In this state, you feel your own presence with such intensity and such joy that all thinking, all emotions, your physical body, as well as your whole external world becomes relatively insignificant in comparison to it. And yet, this is not selfish, but a selfish state. It takes you beyond what you previously thought of yourself. That presence is essentially you, at the same time inconceivable, greater than you. What I am trying to convey here may sound paradoxical or even contradictory, but there is no other way I can express it. 333 on the timer as I said that. And Jesus said, the kingdom of heaven is within. So many people know these verses, study religion, and go to church, but what do you think that Jesus meant by the kingdom of heaven is within? What I believe the kingdom of heaven, amongst many other people, is when he said the kingdom of heaven is within. When you go into stillness, silence your mind, and allow to be one with your higher self, with your God within. Once you do that time and time again, I do that usually about 3 to 4 times throughout my day, breaking it up, where I silence, I get off my electronics, I go for a walk, I just become one with God and the universe, and it allows me to process anything I need to be able to process. I get the answers to questions that I need, so really becoming one with your higher self. It says, instead of watching the thinker, you can also create a gap in the mind stream simply by directing the focus of your attention into the now. Just become intensely conscious of the present moment. This is a deeply satisfying thing to do. So if you catch yourself stressing about tomorrow or stressing about what happened yesterday, try to bring yourself to a state of presence. Just be still. Just be here and observant in the now is what he's talking about. This is a deeply satisfying thing to do. In this way, you draw conscious away from the mind activity and create a gap of no mind, in which you are highly alert and aware, but not thinking. This is the essence of meditation. In your everyday life, you can practice this by taking a routine activity, such as doing the dishes, such as cooking food, such as driving. Those are all great avenues so that you can turn off your radio, just literally silence your mind and become one, and that is meditation. Gardening is meditation as long as you don't have stuff going on. You're not really having expectations during that time period. You're just literally inviting God in and to become one and be still with you. In your everyday life, you can practice this by taking routine activities that normally is only means to an end, giving your fullest attention, so that it becomes an end itself. For example, every time you walk up and down the stairs in your house or place of work, pay close attention to every step, every movement, even your breathing. Be totally present, or when you wash your hands, pay attention to all the perceptions associated with the activity, the sound and the feel of water, the movement of your hands, the scent of the soap, or so on. When you get out into your car after you close the door, pause for a second and observe the flow of your breath. Become aware of silent but powerful sense of presence. There is one certain criterion by which you can measure your success in this practice: the degree of peace that it feels within. Absolutely, guys. And again, I've been doing this now. They told me, I don't remember when they tell me, I have a real problem with time lately, but sometime in the beginning of this year, they told us that we had to start going, us starseed indigos had to start going, becoming one with our higher self and stillness with God. So I hope this helps. Love y'all. And if you've been doing it yourself, I'd love to hear it in the comments. And 737 on the timer. Have a beautiful, blessed day, and namaste.